So, what is a master then? What is a real master? There's a famous story from the 1990s where a foreigner wanted to train in a Naginata dojo with the last female Naginata Suke. And he went there and said, I want to train. And she asked him, how long are you training Naginata Jutsu? And he said, I trained it for 20 years. And then she asked him, this is the very important question, how often a week? And he said, twice a week, 2 hours. So she took a calculator, calculated 20 years, 4 hours a week. There was a number, she said, you're beginner level, you start in the beginner class. So you see, measurement is time. Japan is the only country in the world which treasures living people. Therefore, they are called national living treasures. These are people who dedicated their whole life to their craft. And the emperor gives them a diploma and a monthly salary for their keeping of traditions. When you start a discussion in the West what a master is, no matter if you are in martial art or if you are in art itself, there's always the answer, you cannot establish that. It's easier to say what a master is not in Japan. Japan has different concepts. We start with shuhari. Shuhari is a time frame. The kanji shuhari are always beginning of sentences, like in the Furinka-san. Furinka-san, fu da da da, rin da da da, ka da da da, san da da da. So it's beginning of sentences. By the way, this is the transfer of secrets when they start, just put the first kanjis in and you don't know what follows. Anyway, shu means imitate. So you imitate the master. You try to do everything exactly like he shows to you. Then there comes the ha. You break this habit and you don't do exactly the opposite, but you try to find your own way, how you would do it. All right? And then there comes the ri, where you go back to your master with the accumulated knowledge you gained from the last shu and ha, and then you continue with your master's training. This concept of shuhari was taken from China. Japan imported it from China, and China calculates in seasons, 4 seasons a year, and this concept includes 9 years in China. So a full cycle is 9 years multiplied with 4, and then the cycle starts again. In Japan, shuhari is divided in 10 years cycle. So shu 10, ha 10, ri 10 years. So we are speaking of 30 years after you went through shuhari, and you have to be honest to yourself. Just be honest to yourself. Shu, the first 10 years, your children are imitating you. Ha, we call it puberty. The children do exactly the opposite like you do. And ri, when they are in their 20s and they started to build their family, they come back and ask you for your advice how to act in a family. So this concept is a life concept. You can also take it for martial arts. So after 30 years, you ran through a full cycle, and then, only after that, you can knock on the door of mastership. But there are so many people out there proclaiming 35 years of training, 40 years of training, 50 years of training. How to measure them? Who are you to judge if someone says 35 years of training and you say, oh, it's not a good master? There are 2 famous words in Japan. One is shokunin and the other one is takumi. Shokunin are handicraft people. And Japan is famous for the very beautiful handcraft. Everybody of us knows that the handcraft business in Japan seeks comparison, because we are used over YouTube and all the information that these handicraft people dedicate their whole life to their craft. If they make a wooden box, there are 30, 40 years of experience in it. If they build a temple, 34 years of experience. And then, even in family business, hundreds of years doing the same thing all and over again, transferring the experience from one generation to the next generation. We are used to that. But suddenly, when we talk about martial arts, everything of this seems to be lost, especially when Western people discuss the matter who a master is and who is not. Takumi is a word which represents a person that spent more than 60,000 hours in their art. It's the highest level. And then you are knocking on heaven's door, becoming a national living treasure. So you can take this concept and put it back to martial arts. 30,000 hours is the knocking on mastership. My master is at 55,000 hours. Soke was over 60,000 hours. There are even schools who do not allow someone to become master if he's under the age of 42. You see the concept. In Japan, the concept is always time. How much time does someone invest in his art? This is the concept of Japan. The concept in the West, due to history, is the certificate. When a carpenter learned 200-300 years ago, they followed exactly the same pattern like Shuhari. They followed. He learned with his master carpenter. Then they kicked him out and he had to go on something called the Waltz. He had to take on specific clothes and walk around Europe to other carpenters and learn from them. And then when he came back, he had to make a masterpiece. After making that masterpiece, he gets the master letter, or like in German it's called Masterbrief. And then he was considered a master carpenter. Okay, so we are used in the West of certificates to prove knowledge and, unfortunately, to prove ability. So there are many people around in the West waving with their certificates and saying, this is the proof that I'm a master. Okay? Not for me and not for many people out there. If someone shows you a letter on which is written, he is a master, unfortunately, everybody starts to believe that. And therefore, nowadays, there is the great deflation term in the internet, where people can realize, this is a high downgrade in a martial art, but what I see really doesn't match my expectations of a master. And this brings me to the last point. You are allowed as a student to have expectations. You are a student, you go somewhere and you want to learn something. So have your expectations of how this person must be to teach you. Otherwise, everybody would be a master. And now it's up to you. Is the person you consider a master a person who spent a specific amount of time at his craft? So be this female Soke of the Naginata Jutsu. And this is how you find your master. Take the calculator. Ask, how many hours did you train? Ask, how old are you? Ask, how long did you train Shuhari? And then you can calculate. So it's not so difficult. Take this as an advice of how to find your own master. Be critical and ask questions. And then, I promise you, you will find the person from whom you can gain knowledge, experience, and fun in life.